It's been 2 weeks since a Lloydminster resident was murdered on the outskirts of the city. Police are still releasing few details, but today the RCMP is reaching out for help in finding a vehicle that may have been associated with the death of Brian Gower. Police are looking for a dark-colored vehicle which would have been driving from Range Road 11 and Township 502 near the Willow Creek Estates subdivision shortly after the murder. RCMP located Gower's body at roughly 5 a.m. on September 25th. If you have any information about the vehicle, you're asked to call the Lloydminster RCMP. Meantime, 2 local men have been arrested for possession of stolen property. The Lloydminster Rural RCMP, along with the Maidstone Detachment, executed 3 search warrants around the Saskatchewan side of Lloydminster. Police recovered a camper trailer, a truck, and 2 quads. 32-year-old Darren Hodgen and 26-year-old Devin Carter are facing charges of possession of stolen property obtained by crime, along with firearm-related offenses. Their first court appearance is scheduled for October 23rd. Well, the dreaded flu season is now here, and health officials say the best way to protect yourself is to roll up your sleeve and get the shot. Mike Baden has more on the annual flu clinics now underway around the region.
Very easy.
Easy was the name of the game today at the Legacy Center. Immunization clinics are scheduled across the region throughout October and November, and once again, free of charge.
It's recommended for everyone to have the flu immunization, and there certainly are high-risk groups if you're a senior or you're a very young child or you have some chronic health condition. But by immunizing larger numbers of people in the community, you do get that overall protection and reduced disease.
Something that Margaret Dalton suggests every year.
I think it's very important. There's no, this flu can be very serious, and if everybody got the flu shot, hopefully it wouldn't spread as much.
Prairie North Health Region says don't sit on the sidelines this year. Get your flu shot, not the flu. And the only way to fully protect yourself is to get vaccinated.
Well, certainly the people that are high risk, that have chronic health conditions or whatever, if they get the true influenza, then they are certainly at higher risk of being hospitalized or becoming critically ill.
And if there's one thing that Margaret could tell the border city,
I tell them, well, don't be such chickens and go down and get it.
Mike Baden, Newcap News.
Thank you.
There's no shortage of open jobs here in the booming border city, and today the Chamber of Commerce and Alberta Works helped pair potential employees with employers during a one-day mass job fair. Stefan Kachmar has more.
For people entering or re-entering the workforce, finding a job in their desired career field can be a challenge.
I've been in Lloydminster for a while and I haven't ever had a full-time job, fresh out of school. So I'm just trying to get out there.
Local businesses were calling for this job fair, and with the help of the 2 organizations, it was able to happen.
We have a great community. We have lots of activity. Economically, we're doing fabulous. It's the staff that we now need to focus on and bring people in to fill all the employment gaps.
In order to keep the strong economy going, it's critical for businesses to continue to add employees.
We don't have a lot of labor in our community, and so it's really, really important that our businesses have an opportunity to meet people who are seeking jobs.
Nearly 50 businesses came out, from oil and gas to education and healthcare. As for Christy, she says it was a worthwhile experience.
Just, asking people what they do every day and what, their daily job would be. It's amazing, different jobs out there.
Stefan Kachmar, Newcap News.
We've introduced you to 14 of the 16 candidates running for Lloydminster City Council, and tonight we finish with our final 2 profiles. First, we hear from Alan Clayford. Clayford has served 4 terms on City Council. He's served on multiple committees and boards over the past 12 years and hopes to tackle what he calls the frustrating transportation problems facing the region if re-elected. I sat down with Clayford yesterday to further discuss his goals. Well, Alan, there is a long list of candidates vying for spots on City Council. What do you think distinguishes you or makes you different?
City Council needs to have a good mix of experience and new people, and So I think I fit into the experienced portion of that. Obviously, I've been around for a little while. Been a long-time resident of the city.
And from your council experience and just time being a resident, what do you think is one of the biggest issues facing Lloydminster? And if you were elected to another term, how would you go about to change it in 4 years?
The traffic seems to be getting heavier every day. It's so much of our traffic motion within the city is south to north in the morning and north to south at night, and it's just difficult to move that much traffic, and so I think moving forward with some transportation things has to be a priority of City Council.
So if you are elected to another term, what do you think you will bring to municipal politics, Alan?
I think that there's some ongoing work that I've been involved with, particularly with intermunicipal development with the county to the west and the 2 RMs to the east. There's some more work to be done there. I've enjoyed that work. It's challenging. Realistic and responsible growth for all 4 parties is difficult to achieve, but realistic if we keep working at it, and I think there's some more work to do there.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Alan. That is Alan Clayford trying to seek another term on Lloydminster City Council. And we wrap up our candidate profiles with Cheryl Ross. Ross says she will be a strong voice for the public on City Council and says her experience on the public school board is an asset. Elise Cox sat down with Cheryl Ross to find out more.
There are 16 candidates. Why do you think you stand out from the others?
I'm of Aboriginal background, which I understand I'm the only person that is of Aboriginal background, which is Métis. Very proud of my heritage and my culture. Learning about that kind of as I go. Firmly believe that I guess my work on the school board has given me the skill set and the tools that I'll need to be on council.
So what do you think the biggest issue in Lloydminster is right now? In the next 4 years, if elected, what would you try to do to change it?
What I'm hearing most is that the money that is being spent, when I'm kind of out and about and talking to people, people are frustrated because when they see things like the construction on the highway and the new build of the RCMP barracks and whatever, they seem kind of angst about that or frustrated. And so what I'm trying to do with those conversations in particular is that explain to them that's part of who we are becoming and what needs to happen so that we are able to be the best place to live and do business and raise our families. I firmly believe that the council that is in place now is doing an exceptional job in communication with that. And when I'm quick to say to people, they had an open house, they had, a time where you could go in, were you a part of that? And they just hang their head and say, well, no. And I said, well, then maybe if you allow me to be your voice on council, then I can help you to be, part of the planning and part of the building on what's happening.
Well, thank you very much, Cheryl. That was Cheryl Ross for City Council.